Wow, look at that. Bit out of breath because I rushed up here, saw the sunrise happening, wanted to grab the first few pictures with my brand new GT3, but now I'm just focused on the sunrise. I've not seen the sunrise like that in a long time. Up here on the Oberalp Pass, 6 a.m. It feels good to be up here for a sunrise, and with my brand new 992.2 GT3. We'll get into that in a minute, but right now I just want to take in all of this. I've been excited about making this video for the last month. This was all a bit unplanned, as it usually is. Now, a lot of you might remember since quite some time on some videos going back on my channel, probably around a year now, I have mentioned numerous times that I miss my 992 GT3. I have to say, well, in general, I don't regret, buying, selling any cars. It's an experience, it's a memory. But the car that I have missed the most was my 992. The usability of it, the styling of it, the sound especially. It was just such a complete sports car. And I missed it, especially when I went to Finland with Porsche and drove the 992 on the snow. I just feel so comfortable in the 992 GT3. Now, initially I was not going to get one until beginning of next year, but Daniel at DTM sourced me one much quicker than I had planned. So here I am with my brand new 992 GT3 again, super unexpected. I had planned to get one, but I really didn't think it was going to happen until beginning of next year. So to have it now for the last part of the summer is, well, it's really a dream to have it already, because as I said, I've just missed my 992 so much. Now, of course, I will go into detail on future videos once the car's running about, things that I prefer, comparing it a bit to my 0.1 GT3. But in all honesty, I wasn't really too bothered if I got a 0.1 or a 0.2. There are a couple of points on the 0.2 that, for me personally, I really like and made me go for the 0.2 over the 0.1. And of course, it's just a new Porsche. It's nice to have something that's a little bit different to my previous one. Now, I nearly went for a 992 RS. The only reason I decided against it, well, not to mention the price, of course, it's around 80,000 more than this car. And the main factor is no luggage space. It's a lot of money for a car, a very cool car. I just love the 992 RS, incredible. But no luggage space. Now, I have filming equipment, I want to do road trips. It's just not realistic for me. As I said, this as my one car for everything, it really is such a crazy usable car. So big thank you to Daniel at DTM Sports Cars for coming through once again for me, that right now, because of him, I can stand here this morning with the sunrise with my brand new 992.2 GT3 in deep black metallic. By the way, I know a lot of you will probably complain about, oh, black's boring. I love black, and I love black on a GT3. Now, there's two types of black on the GT3 when you can configure it. You have like a standard black, and this is what's called, in German, Tiefschwarz metallic. It's beautiful, deep, sparkly black. I've always wanted a GT3 in black. I just love this kind of Batmobile look. Now, a couple of modifications also. So I've actually done everything I've wanted to do already, so I won't bore you with any kind of modification videos after this one. Just driving, exploring mountain passes, road trips, and that's what I cannot wait to do. What a perfect first morning in the mountains with my new GT3. Very lucky indeed. So as I said, deep black metallic. I love it. Love the stealth look on a GT3. Especially with the wing. I think the GT3 with a wing, and that goes for the RS also in black, looks especially cool. If I'd gone for a touring, it probably would have been a different color. The wheels have already been painted in my well-known color, that is Porsche white gold. Not that you can really see it now. Actually, if I go on this side where the sun is shining, be able to see it a little bit better. So wheels already painted in Porsche white gold, and something very special, I have the JCR titanium exhaust already installed. Big thank you to JCR for arranging that so quick. He really was a legend with getting me this exhaust so quick. So same JCR titanium exhaust as I had on my previous 992, but the difference being now it does sound quite different because, well, it's a different engine. As far as I'm aware, it's, you know, essentially the ST engine. It does have quite a different sound. I think this is the best, I think it is possibly the best sounding GT3 yet. I was quite surprised actually about how different it does sound to the 0.1. So first impressions are very good. Now I'm still running in the car. I picked it up 2 days ago after completing the wheels being painted and installing the exhaust. So I've been desperately trying to drive it the last day. Yesterday I managed to do 500 kilometers. So right now I have, I think, just over 500 kilometers. I need to do a total of 1500 kilometers running time. So I haven't been able to push the car or anything yet. But first impressions from the sound, really does sound spectacular. Hey man.
Hey, you be Luke?
I'm Luke.
You good, man?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, good. All time, all time. Do you have time for like 3-4 pictures?
Yeah, let me go film quickly before it gets busy. I just need to do a lap.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take a few pictures after
we
also.
are on the top with two other cars.
Okay, yeah, I probably will stop halfway up. There's some spaces on the side.
Okay,
It looks quite nice.
If you see me,
Yeah, I'll be around the next, I need like 15 minutes to finish the filming, and then we can shoot something.
yeah,
Yes?
crazy. See you after, man.
See you in a bit,
Thank you.
man. Ciao. Right, up the Bought Pass. Sunrise, it is definitely sunrise. Holy moly, I cannot see anything. And then gonna take some pictures with some subscribers apparently, which would be nice. I have now done 517 kilometers. Today I want to try and do as many as I can, get to that 1500 kilometer run in. It just feels so good. I feel so at home in the 992 GT3. Originally I was just going to buy, sounds so good, going to buy another 992.1 GT3 until of course the 0.2 was launched. And then I thought, well, why not? I might as well wait and get the 0.2, something a bit different. A couple of highlights for me on the 0.2, the seats, the new carbon bucket seats that are foldable. So as it's a car I want to use for kind of everything really, it really just helps so much to be able to fold the seat forward and throw some stuff through the cage, also for taking it out. Things like my dog's bed, for example, it fits perfectly back there now. So driving very slowly. I'm not going above 4,000 RPM yet. Once I get to the halfway point, I'm actually driving so slow, I'm actually going to let people pass this morning. Oh no, that's the subscribers. They're following me. I thought it was people wanting to go past. So once I get to, I think around, once I get to around 750 kilometers, I will then slowly bring the revs up a bit more. With running a car in, it's not just about keeping the revs low. You can bring the revs up. It's actually more about the load. So don't put your foot hard down, nice and light on the throttle. So you can bring the revs up a bit, but as I said, keep the load down. So I'm really not going over like 30% pressure at the moment. But once I get at least halfway, I can then start to bring it up a bit. As you can hear, the JCR exhaust, that was 4,500. That's the highest I've gone yet, 4,500 RPM. Sounds absolutely incredible. Again, big thank you to JCR. He really sourced me this exhaust as quickly as he can. I really wanted it on the car. I wanted the wheels painted in white gold. I wanted everything ready. Also, it's been lowered, so it's got like a fast road setup at the moment. It's a bit lower, a little bit more camber. I think -2 on the rear. This bike is actually going about my speed right now because I really can't drive fast, so I'm really not too bothered. Another highlight for me, apart from the seats being foldable, I think they look good too. They are a bit more comfortable also, I should say that. That's actually quite a big highlight. They are easier to get in and out of than the original, I call them the 918 Porsche carbon fiber seats. They're easier to get in and out of. They are a bit more comfortable, which a bit, you know, helps a lot. But another highlight is for me, the 8% shorter gear ratio just makes for so much fun. Short gear ratios is just such a win in sports cars. Yes, there is a downside, of course, a bit on the motorway. You sit at a higher RPM, but the payoff, I would say, is worth it. Changing gear more often, enjoying that full rev range without, you know, breaking the speed limit. A few important ones like, you know, the front lift, super important. The Matrix LED headlights, I love the new design of the headlights. These 4 eyes, they look like spiders. It looks so cool. Of course, the carbon foldable bucket seats, I think they were probably the most expensive option on this car. They were like 7,500 francs. It's PDK, yes, I like PDK in a GT3, I really do, especially if you're going to use the car often. Again, I'm not going to get into that whole topic of gearboxes. It's whatever makes you happy. There is no right and wrong. But this engine with the 9,000 RPM, it's from the racetrack to the road, and the PDK just suits it. I also love the new digital dash. I know some people were upset that they took away the analog speedo. Well, it was half analog, half digital, which was also a bit weird. So because of that, I like it that it's all digital. It's a very modern car, and one thing that I particularly like about it is that you can change the speedo, the way it sits. So right now I have it pointing up, that 9,000 RPM is at the top, and that is really, really cool. And again, back to the colour, I know black isn't for everyone, but I really like this deep black metallic, especially on a GT3. The back with the light bar, the wing, it just looks very cool. Now, don't get me wrong, if I was more patient and had more money, yeah, I probably would have gone for a PTS colour, but I wouldn't have had the car. Now, if I wanted to order a Porsche GT3 in PTS, it probably would have come sometime in the winter or next year, most likely next year. AC Cobra original? Don't know. You know, how do you know? How do you know if that's an original or not? So for me, it was more important about getting the car and using it rather than ticking every single box and waiting a lot longer, which, trust me, I have friends that have ordered now new Porsches and they are waiting a very long time because they went a bit too happy on the boxes, and yes, that can really increase the time. And for me, it's, you know, something in the middle. I'm really happy with the options on this, all of the important stuff. And because I knew I wanted to paint the wheels to make it a bit more unique to me, the white gold against the black just works well. And the exhaust, of course, and then sitting a bit lower, it's just a super smart setup. Quick tunnel sound check. That was just up to 4,000 RPM. Now on 2.2 with these updates. It's exciting for me. It's like having my old car back, but a little bit different. So it's learning a few new things. Suspension, that's a big point as well. I think it's just software. And interestingly enough, the 992 RS rides better than the 992.1 GT3, which you wouldn't expect, but it just rides better on the road. It takes the bumps better, as does the ST. Now I think this has the same software on the suspension as the 992 RS. And another thing that I particularly like about the 0.2 GT3, it is parts of the 992 RS and the ST. Now call me crazy, but is that not the perfect car? It's a bit of everything. So it's its own GT3, a bit of the 992 GT3S, and a bit of, well, quite a lot actually, of the ST. But you could spec one of these really highly with a Visac package, which, call me crazy, I don't particularly like. I've seen one online with the stripe down the middle, and I don't like it. And I have to say, on my 991.2 GT3 RS with the Visac, which I loved, but one thing I did go off in that ownership was the open carbon fiber bonnet. Now they all have carbon fiber bonnets, this has one, but on the Visac it's just not painted, so you're kind of paying more for less. But anyway, I just kind of went off it. I much prefer this solid colour, and on the Visac you have this kind of stripe down the middle. Maybe it's optional, I don't know, but just kind of a bit unnecessary, I think. On a GT3, I don't feel like I really want the Visac. One thing I guess I would like from it is the carbon roll cage does look very cool, I will say that. Okay, and the magnesium wheels. The magnesium wheels I wouldn't say no to. So okay, a few parts of the Visac package I wouldn't mind on this, but otherwise, you know what, it's just such a usable car. And at least benefit of not having the magnesium wheels, well, I don't have to particularly panic if a stone would hit the wheel or something, like you would with the magnesium wheels. Have a heart attack each time you hear a hit on the wheel. The brakes are also bigger on the 0.2. They are, for what I've used in the 500 kilometers, they feel absolutely incredible. Another option was as well having the brake calipers painted black. That's a real must for me actually. Unless you get ceramics, then I just really do not like red brake calipers. I think I'm gonna head home now, do a nice hour-and-a-half drive back home, just try and rack up some kilometers this morning, at least get halfway for this evening's drive in the mountain pass. It's so hard to resist going over, but I will, obviously, for obvious reasons, I will do the running properly. And thank you so much to you lot, because without all of you guys, things like this also wouldn't be possible. You all support my channel so much, and yeah, it just makes me very happy from the bottom of my heart. Having this car brings opportunities. It gives me time to be able to make films and do lots of exciting things that I can share with you all. So again, thank you. I'm rambling on, and well, you can probably expect the next video should be from tonight's mountain pass drive. I cannot wait. Ciao for now.